Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
How are you guys doing today? I told y'all this was happening. And y'all wanted to make this about Beyonce. I told y'all it was happening. I literally said this was what was going to happen. I literally said this, okay? I literally said this. And what did I say? I said, I am detaching myself from this train wreck, okay? Because the train wreck is this. All these movements, they start off organic, okay? They start off organic. They really do. If you want to make a statement, please send me a statement to the question box. When I saw when I saw where this was going, I'm like, oh no, honey, I'm exit stage left. I'm getting off the exit because y'all doing some other stuff that I didn't sign up for. Now, first of all, we can speak with we could talk about the girl. What's her name? Michelle, the girl that currently scammed people out of a lot of money, and now she's facing federal prison time. Listen, I knew about that months ago. That's another thing about being a blogger. People send you emails with tea, and then they want to use my platform and me to put people on blast. Listen, sis, I didn't sign up for that. I'm not into that type of energy, because when you play in people's energy like that, they come after you. Okay? Life or death type stuff. So I don't even play into that. So I knew about that girl, the woman. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't even know her name. I didn't even watch her content like that. But I do remember watching a few of her videos, and showing off the lifestyle, showing off how she got money and all these name brand stuff. I never fell for that type of stuff, because femininity, that's not what it means for me. And I literally said this. I literally said femininity is about identity, healing. Have I said a man and a handbag yet? No. Femininity was something I discovered through my spiritual journey. It had nothing to do about a man and a dating life. Then, the more research I did, I started to realize how feminine and masculine energy is crucial for both men and women. So, when I started seeing all these people speak on femininity, hypergamy, and high value man, I'm like, why is no one speaking on what it really is? Why is everything material? Because feminine is energy. Femininity is energy. Feminine energy, masculine energy. Both valuable, by the way. Equally valuable. Yin, yang. Interchangeable. Balance. That's what it's all about. But no one really speaks about this. Everyone makes the focus so material. All about materialism, men. It's disgusting. So, I'm not a part of any movement, you guys. No, I literally said I'm about just healing, identity, because those are the things that really helped me. I'm not about to steer you guys down a path that leads you to nowhere or jail time, because some of these girls, they being led to jail time now, because I'm just like, what are we really doing? What are we really doing? And I don't like it when people like this are in the community, because you're not helping the community. You're causing more destruction. You're going against what I'm trying to do here. Okay? So I'm just, oh my God. And then I get called a pick me for not doing what everybody else want to do. Listen here, sweetie. That ain't gonna work on me, honey. It's just not gonna work. You want to know why? Because the whole pick me, what's the other, pick Misha and all type of stuff. It's mean girls. You're a mean girl, sweetie. You're a mean girl. You're a mean girl. Because listen, when you came to this earth, you didn't know nothing either. You had to learn through what? Trials and tribulations, mistakes. So how are you judging the next person, sweetie? How? I want to know how. Because I wouldn't even be able to come to you today with this information if it wasn't for my mistakes. Me being imperfect. So there's so many people that be walking around perfect. I'm perfect. I don't make no mistakes. Well, girl, congratulations. Do you want a cookie? Because some of us came here not knowing much of anything, and we had to learn through trial and error. So to judge the next person and call her a pick-me because she not on your level, because you done elevated, congratulations. But she's on a level that you were on before. It's the bullying for me. Like, I told you guys, I don't condone mean girls. Oh my God. It really bothers me. I used to get bullied by mean girls. So I don't condone that. Like, I don't. Let me read some statements, because I feel like I'm ranting. But listen, I'm not a part of any femininity, hypergamy, high value. I don't even want to use the word high value anymore. I don't. I say men with integrity, because that's what it really means. And then let me tell you something else. Wait. She said, I'm so confused. Who is being toxic in the femininity community? Everybody. Let me just call it what it is. Everybody. Because you know why? Everyone has this hidden agenda. This is all about money. Like, people not really trying to help people. There are a few. But I can't even vouch for them for real, because I just don't know. I don't know. There's always something happening behind the scenes. Unless they are doing active community off YouTube. I told you guys this. Chrissy, she's cool with me. Pink Pill, cool with me. Why? They're doing things off of YouTube. They're actually doing things off the net. They're not just making YouTube videos and that's it. They're actually doing the work off YouTube. That's why. They care. They actually spend time with you guys, talk to you guys. It's not like, oh, let me just take your money and that's it. Like, they really are trying to help people. I don't know. I literally said everybody. And listen, you guilty until proven innocent with me at this point. Because every time I give somebody a pass, I learn about how they scamming somebody. And it's just like, how are you scamming somebody? How? If they are not doing anything outside of YouTube, I would not trust them. Period. If they are not giving back to you beyond views and making money on YouTube, they are using you. Big Mo says, have you seen Chrissy? No, but Chrissy has a magazine for dark-skinned women. You can look her up. If you want to do your research, go look her up. Because y'all so worried about her showing her face. But she can bring you products, services off YouTube. Okay? Off YouTube. So y'all love to use that. She doesn't want to show her face. She has every right to do that. But she's also giving back off YouTube. We actually get to see her work outside of YouTube. So people always try that with me. Listen, Pink Pill has done so much work, y'all. I mean, she got a list. She has a whole resume. I'm trying to get on her level, sis. Okay. April Mason, another one. Phenomenal. She does work off YouTube. Plenty. So I just, It's the ones that make everything about materialism, money, and men. Just that's it. That's all they talk about. And that's not what femininity is. And then this is another thing that I'm seeing a pattern of. I'm seeing a pattern of women not wanting to take on the feminine journey because they think it's all about materialistic stuff. They think it's all about men, and that is not what it's about. That is not what it's about. That can be a part of your journey if you want to get to a level within your feminine journey where you want to settle down and get a man, but that don't have to be the end all be all, sweetie. Your foundation is healing. You need to heal because there are things in your life that you are running from, maybe. There are things in your life that are narrating how you live, and it's not how you really want to live. You're living based off of survival. You're not living based off of identity. What people don't understand is your identity leads you to your purpose. But if you are running from your problems, your issues, your trauma, if you're running from everything, right? And you're living in an identity based off of survival, you're going to miss out on your calling. You're going to miss out on your true purpose in life. You're just going to miss out on so much. But no, people don't want to focus on that. People don't want to focus on that. People want to focus on the gram. People want to focus on handbags. People want to focus on photo ops for Instagram to pretend like they got the life instead of actually going to get the life. And you want to know why people would rather focus on that? Because it's easy. It don't require you to do no work. You can fake the funk. You can fake the funk all day. You could come on here and fake the funk all day, but you're not happy though. You're not really happy. That's what I don't get. If you really do put in the work, you can really have real happiness. You don't have to fake it. You can live it. But you're going to have to log out of Instagram. You're going to have to see me less. And I'm real enough to tell you that. You're going to have to see me less, girl. It's okay. It ain't going to hurt my feelings because that means you out here evolving. You're out here really leveling up. You're out here doing some things, making some things happen, making some things shake. That's what I see. But, no. People just want you to be on YouTube and suck in all this toxicity all day so that they can make some money off of you. So then they can go about their day, live the life that you want to live, and keep you exactly where you at. You know what that sounds like to me? White supremacy. It be your own people sometimes. And then y'all wonder why I don't believe in pro-black. What is that? Can you tell me what it is? Because you got your own people in your own community scamming you. You got your own people doing it to you. You got your own people taking a knife and stabbing you in the back. So what is pro-black? Can someone please explain to me what it is? Your own people taking your money and scamming you. How? Where's the pro-blackness in that? And this is why I promote and teach pro-self. I really do. Did you not see the girl that I just posted? She wasn't talking about me. She was talking about another black woman. Another one. And I felt some type of way. You want to know why? Because it be your own people. It's just girl code. What is that? Girl code is dead as well. You want to know why? There's so many mean girls. Like there's too many mean girls. And oh my God. Don't allow a man to walk in the room. Don't allow a man to walk in the room. There'd be 5 girls, right? A man walk into the room. All hell breaks loose. All self-worth gone. It's just like desperate. Throwing yourself at a man just because. Why? I don't get it. I don't see nothing wrong with male attention, wanting to be desired. Who doesn't? But it should never compromise some pride. It should never compromise self-confidence, discipline. I mean, it should never compromise you practically throwing yourself at a man. It should never come down to that. But girl code is dead because mean girls are a thing. My brother, This is why I don't blame men for everything. This is why. My brothers, they give me all the tea, girl. They give me all the tea. Because guess what? Not every woman walking this earth thinks like me and acts like me. That's just the reality. Not every woman walking this earth carries herself like us. So my brother is telling me about this girl that he was seeing that he met up at this bar. And he went to this bar alone, by the way. He went to this bar alone. He just wanted to have a few drinks. So here they have now opened the bars to where now it's like back to normal. You still have to wear a mask. There's a certain limit or whatever, but basically they're staying open later than they were during the lockdown. So he went to this bar, met up with a group of girls, and he was telling me how there were 5 girls, right? And he was saying how one girl came up to him and was trying to talk to him, and you know what she did to get his attention? She was like, yeah, well, you know, my friend over there, she's wearing my pants that I let her borrow. And she was like, yeah, and then the other girl, yeah, I let her borrow my shirt. What? The girl that my brother was interested in, he lost interest in her because she was so busy. She was so busy throwing her, basically, like, I don't want to cuss, but basically, you know, throwing shots at her own friends, just trying to one them up, just so he would take more interest into her when she didn't even have to do all of that. She had to do all of that. It be your own friends, y'all. So when I say I don't teach girls to rely on girlfriends. I don't, and I never will, because them be the main ones that stab you in the back. I would never do that. If I gave a girlfriend of mine something to borrow, to wear, the last thing I'm going to be mentioning to anyone while we're out, while she is wearing whatever of mine that she has on, I'm not going to be throwing her under the bus. Why would I do that? Jealousy. Insecurities. On a level of just, it's just ridiculous. So no, I don't teach that. I don't teach that you need friends, because sometimes friends become enemies, and sometimes friends are your enemies. You just don't even know. So my brother was telling me this was his experience. So no, I don't blame men for everything, and I never will, because women are the problem too. But to any woman out there, if you really are trying to get a man of substance, you wanted his attention, that's not the way to do it, because he instantly became unattracted to her. Instantly. Because it's like, why you got to put your friends down? Why? Like, insecurities. And you know, that sends a signal to a man like, oh, she's insecure, I don't need to date her. She's just going to add more issues to my life. More problems to my life. So I'm not even gonna go there with her. She already putting her friends down, trying to big herself up. It's just that's insecurities on steroids. That's exactly why I'm no longer a feminist. The amount of girls I've been friends with, and all they talk about is girl power and girls supporting girls. And listen, they just as toxic. Okay? They are just as toxic. I don't listen. And that's another thing. I'm not a feminist. They don't value masculinity, but then they turn around and do the same toxic masculine stuff that men do. But because they think that just because they're a woman and they have girl power, that they can get away with it, when in reality they're embodying the same masculinity, toxic masculinity that some of these men do. Like, stop it. That's why I don't believe in that stuff. Please go somewhere. Bye. Like, they think just because they can put on a skirt and a dress that they not embodying toxic masculinity. That's why I'm like, the feminists, listen, you know what? I'm just not going to speak on it. I'm just not. Because I don't got nothing nice to say. My mama said, if you don't got nothing nice to say, she said, don't say nothing at all. So I don't got nothing nice to say about that movement. Because that movement really played us as black women. Played us, hun. I mean, played us. Just played us. That's all we needed to do was to be seen as equal to man, because we are human beings. But as far as qualities, our qualities and our abilities are different, and we as women should embrace them for what they are, because we're women. So I don't know. They just this whole we can do what men do. No, we can't. No, we can't. Can you piss while standing? Because I can't. Can you piss while standing? Can you? Because I can't. Can you? Is it easy for you to lose weight? Because I mean, I be working out with men and I be like, dang, how you lose 10 pounds that fast? I'm killing myself in the gym. And you telling me, oh, you lost 3 pounds. 3? And then you looking at him, well, hey, I'm down 15. Excuse me? And y'all want to talk about, we can do what men can do. No, we can't. And it's okay. Y'all kill me with that. Y'all playing with fire when y'all do that type of stuff, because basically you're saying we can do what they can do, but in reality we can't. And it puts us at a disadvantage, sweetie. It harms you. It doesn't help you, sweetie. So embrace the fact that you are not like them and you can't do what they can do. You can't. And it's okay. Focus on what you can do, though. There are things that you can do. Powerful things. Meaningful things. Things that you are amazing at. It's just not what they do. And it's okay. Can you talk about how girl code is dead? Because I don't know how to explain it and people think I'm crazy. Girl code is dead because men exist. That's why. Okay? And there are more men than there are women. And because of that simple fact, when it comes to men, everything will be a competition. Everything. Every single time, okay, I have ever been in a situation that involved me having issues with women, it has either been about men or weight loss. How dumb is that? Men or weight loss. And then it's men, and then the weight loss is to get the man. That's why they want to lose the weight. And then you're looking at a girl that was doing it. I'm doing it for myself, girl. My back hurt. This ain't about no man. Because if it was, I would have stopped going. I would have gave up a long time ago if we gonna make this about some men. Because they disappoint you. But I can never disappoint myself. You know why? Because I focus on bettering myself. Myself. This is about me. This ain't about no man. These men disappoint you quicker than anyone else. You, on the other hand, you can never disappoint yourself. Ever. The only way you could disappoint yourself is if you give up on yourself. And you should never give up on yourself. Because you're you. And you can never change who you are. So embrace who you are. But to go to the gym for a man? Oh no, honey. We don't do that. We don't do that. Because if I went to the gym for a man, I wouldn't even get out the car. I would show up and then leave. Because that's what men do. They show up, ruin your life, and then they leave. So I would show up to the gym, not get out the car, and then take my ass back on home. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not getting out the car. Because that's what they do. So you better be going to the gym for yourself, sis. You better be getting snatched for yourself, sis. You better be leveling up for yourself, sis. Because these men will disappoint you. And that is not on no, oh, I'm bitter. Like, no, it's just the reality. People will disappoint you. People. So, it ain't even men. But I know how some girls make it a goal. Like, oh, well, I'm going to go to the gym to get a man. Then when you get him and you find out he's disappointing, then what you gonna do? I don't do that. I don't. This is about you. This is about your well-being, your life. This is about what you want. This is about you feeling good, you looking good. Because when you feel good, you look good, your confidence is just at an all-time high. It's such a great feeling. So just do you. Just do what you're comfortable with. The amount of times I've been friends with girls that always talk about women empowerment, but as soon as I know exactly where you're going with this. But wait. Did I lose it? Oh, but as soon as penis walks in the room, all that women empowerment stuff goes right out the door. That's why I'm just like, girl, you better just focus on yourself, sweetie. Because as soon as some penis walk in, all hell breaks loose. And then it's a girl fight. Girl code turns into girl fights, girl competition, girl competitiveness. And I don't have time for that. I will just leave, because I don't know. And when you know your worth, you don't feel like you need to fight over people. You don't feel like you need to do any of that. Why? Because you feel like you're the value here. You feel like you're the prize here. You feel like you are something that any man should want. This is where you step into your ego. You don't become a mean girl and become insecure and put women down. You step into your ego and you stand strong in that energy for a sec. Okay? For a sec. Not all the time. But in this moment, in this energy, in this space, you stand in your ego and you know who you are. You look at yourself as a prize. The baddest thing walking. Okay? But you don't put people down in order to do that. You believe in yourself. You know who you are. You know who you are. So you know what your identity is. And you rely on that more than the insecurities that you have. It's like you have to point out other people's issues to make yourself feel better. You don't do that. That life is all about balance. Ego is not bad. Ego is not bad. It's only bad when it's toxic. Just like masculinity. It's not bad. It's just bad when it's toxic. Femininity is not bad. It's only bad when it's toxic. So, yes, feminine. Oh, you didn't think that could be a thing? You didn't. Oh, no one. This society never talks about toxic femininity. We're experiencing it right now. Did you see the girl? Did you see the girl that was trying to influence that girl to suck out her fupa and get a BBL and put some tracks in her head? Did you see that? Mean girl, girl code, all of that toxic femininity. What's your thoughts on not wanting to get surgery and embrace your natural body? I don't see anything wrong with that, you guys. I really don't. I really, really don't. But to be completely honest, the reason why I feel like I grew insecure of my boobs over the years was because I was doing YouTube trying hauls and people would always comment on my breasts. So I'm just like, well, shoot. I want to wear back out. I want to wear my back out with certain dresses and stuff where I don't have to tape my boobs, or just have an open shirt where, you know, like the shirt, the two-piece outfit that I put on my Instagram. I had to tape my boobs for that. I don't want to do that. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just go get it fixed. But I'm going to be safe and smart about it. I'm not getting breast implants because I don't want to have to deal with those side effects. So I just feel like when it comes down to it, just focus on what you are comfortable with. Be safe. That's all I ask. Just be safe. Because I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. Like, be safe. Be safe about it. Try the less invasive way, right? Do research on that first before you just hop to something extreme like surgery. And then if you do decide on surgery, don't be cheap about it. Because if you're cheap about it, that being botched, it goes up a few levels. More than a few. I don't want you to be botched. I don't want you to go in better and come out worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your research. Be safe about it. Don't be cheap. Probably, and do so much research. Do so much research to the point where you're sick of the research. Do so much research. And stay away from any, like, foreign objects if you can. I understand the breast implants, you can always get them removed. But the butt injections, you know who I feel bad for right now? When I saw K.Michelle, that whole situation, I felt bad for Jada Waiter, because that's basically what Jada Waiter is up against in her future. It's just the silicones haven't started to affect her body yet. Or maybe she just hasn't spoken out about it. But Jada Waiter is on her way to being K.Michelle. And I feel so bad for her, because she got that procedure done at a time where it was acceptable. And then that's another thing. Some of these newer procedures, you don't know what the long-term effects are going to be. You do not know what they're going to be. So many women are getting so much done, they don't know what these long-term effects are going to be. They have no idea. But they getting all this work done, and they have no idea what they're going to be. We're just now finding out that breast implants are toxic. That's why I'm not getting them. That is why I'm not getting. There's a whole movement going on called breast implant illness, where people are getting their breast implants removed because they are causing health issues. So you think I'm about to go get them done just to be cute for Instagram? Psh, girl, you got me messed up. Listen, I was unhealthy before. I'm not going through that again. I know what it's like to have my life on the line. I'm not doing that again. I know what it's like to get an injection and nearly lose my life. I'm not going through that again. So when I get my breast done, no implants. That is my choice. And I'm currently looking into, it's called auto-augmentation. And the reason why I feel like this is more for me is basically where they take breast tissue that has formed and create like a bra within your natural breast, and they give you a lift.
Amy Alderman at North Atlanta Plastic Surgery. I want to talk to you about a breast lift that I call an auto augmentation. Not everybody wants an implant when they have a lift, and so we have an option to actually use your tissue and rearrange it, almost make it like it's your own implant. The nice thing about that is you're one and done. It's your own tissue and there's no maintenance with it. I want to talk to you a little bit about breast lifts and why do we need it. As we age, or if we've had children, sometimes the skin of our breast gets stretched out and we become too relaxed. Our goal is for our nipple to be centered on our breast mound and all of the breast skin to be above the level of our fold here. And as our breasts become more relaxed, we have different grades of what we call ptosis, but it's just, I call it relaxation. That sounds better than sagginess. But as you can see, as this progresses, the nipple and the breast descend below that fold. You know, in grade school, you heard it called the pencil test. So definitely if you can hold a pencil or two underneath your breast, we need to be talking about a breast lift. Breast lifts can be formed in a couple of different ways. What I think is more of an old-fashioned technique that I don't use is called an anchor. I rarely use that technique, and that's where there's an incision under the fold. The way I like to do it is a short scar technique. I call it like a lollipop. So there's incision around the nipple and then one that goes straight down. I rarely use that cut underneath. I like the shape of this better, and I love the fact that it's less scarring. What does the auto augmentation do? Well, this tissue right down here in the middle, I need to do something with it. It's kind of in the way. We don't want that tissue hanging below our fold. If I can either remove it or move it, you're gonna have a longer lasting lift and a better shape. For my patients that feel like they're too big, this tissue here, I'm gonna get rid of it. And that allows me to advance that tissue and that tissue together so we have a more narrow, lifted, rounder, perkier breast. For my patients that we need to maintain every bit of tissue and we need to try to maximize fullness and they don't want an implant, that's when I do the auto augmentation. This bit of tissue here, I turn it into a flap, I tuck it under and I tack it to the chest wall underneath the nipple, and it allows us to get more projection behind that nipple and more fullness above the nipple. Not as much fullness as an implant would give, but definitely more fullness than they'd have if I didn't do it. This technique is fairly specific and you need to make sure that you go to somebody that's trained. The procedure involves fairly delicate work where we need to maintain the blood supply to this flap. It's not a traditional flap, and so you need to go to somebody that's been experienced with this, that can do it safely so that we keep the blood supply to the flap and your breast stays healthy. I feel really lucky I was able to train by Dr. Betsy Hall Finley, who's really one of the founders of this procedure, and I've learned a lot from her over the years. And I love this technique. I love the flexibility of allowing you to rejuvenate your breast without the use of an implant. But again, it's a fairly specific and specialized procedure, and you want to make sure you go to somebody that has specialized training in it. So it's a great option now. If you want a breast lift, want to rejuvenate your breast, and you don't want an implant, I've got the perfect solution for you. Thanks.
And so a lot of women, the reason why they get the breast implants is because they are trying to keep the lift longer. When you get like a fat transfer to your boobs, you can lose it. Just like a BBL. You get a BBL done one time, and just because you get it done one time, you may have to go back and get 1 or 2 rounds to really keep the fat there. What's her name? I think her name is Jaya. What is her name? She got a BBL a few years back, had a baby, and then Jayla. She had a baby. She's a YouTuber. She had a baby, and then I remember how she got the BBL done first, got pregnant, had a baby, and lost her BBL basically. And that's the thing is with this particular breast augmentation called the auto augmentation, it's supposed to stay. So I'll do that. Jay, is it Jay? I thought her name was Jayla. Is it Jay? You may be right, girl. Tia, you may be right with that one. I forget. But I remember when she got it done, and I remember how she said after she had her baby pregnancy, she started breastfeeding. It was the breastfeeding, I think. And that's how she lost her BBL. So that's the thing when it comes to a lot of women don't want to get the fat transferred to the boob because you lose it. But they're saying with this new procedure called the auto augmentation, where they use tissue to do like this type of bra technique, it's supposed to like stay in place. So that's what I'm going for. But I don't want to get the implants because I don't want to have to deal with all those side effects. I mean, there are women out here that were like really dealing with some serious side effects. I'm dropping a lot of YouTubers' names. Time and Famous. She got her breast removed because she was having issues and complications. She was probably one of the first YouTubers that I watched that got them done. But she had to take them out. So I'm like, why go through all of that? And just, I'm going to do what I feel is best. That is exactly why I never had many female friends. I have a solid 3. That's me. I don't need a bunch of friends. I'm sorry. I just don't. Jazz Nicole, I'm gonna have to look that one up. She had her breast removed? I don't think I know who Jazz Nicole is. I'm gonna have to look. Maybe I do. It sounds familiar. For real, like, I'm not about to fight over these pookies and race like me. Me mamas go. Yes, get neutered. Oh my gosh, y'all are hilarious. Limitless level up. Okay, because I think her name looks so familiar. I'm gonna have to go look it up. Sorry, y'all, I'm going in order. I don't know why so many black women are for this feminist movement when it was literally made to go against us. Yeah. And then you also wrote, these white feminists are the biggest trip. I don't think people understand that. They get to act masculine and disrespect their men in society. Girl, you go in there and I like it. I like it a lot. You really go in there and I'm liking this conversation. She said, disrespect their men in society, and that was made for them, and then still be able. Hold on, did you continue? I'm assuming they were still able to be successful. You're right. You are correct. Why? Because they have white privilege. We don't. They don't have to worry about stereotypes that were created during slavery. We do. There's a lot of things that they don't have to worry about, but we think we can be them for some reason, and I'm just trying to figure out why. Girl, your sexual liberation, girl, it ain't nowhere near compared to a white woman's sexual liberation. You want to know why? Because of all these stereotypes. They hypersexualize the black woman more than they hypersexualize the white woman. Oh yes, I said it. And then Miss Karen with her overly aggressive self. Yes, Karen, you. You're the aggressor, yet I'm the loud, black, angry, bitch. Now, how does that work? But we're all about women empowerment. But you guys didn't want to include my hair texture within the movement because it wasn't a problem for you. It wasn't something that you personally directly had to deal with within society. So I had to go out as a black woman because my edges do not lay like yours. And I had to create an act called the Crown Act. Why? Ain't I a woman? I thought I was a woman. You a woman? I'm a woman. But why do we have to go create a whole nother act, a movement outside of the feminist movement? Like, that doesn't even make sense. We're women. What are you talking about? Like, I guess. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everything with Cardi is okay now. Who knows about the future? Yeah. You know what? Another thing that I want to add to that, since you brought up Cardi B. Do you see how much effort they put into her photo shoots?
My last wig, right, was the big thing right here, and Sophia took it down. So she sold in one wig right here because I wanted to do this big thing. Super big volume. Yes. And this is another lace. She gonna put another wig there, and then she gonna put another one here. Yeah, y'all gonna see. So literally 4 wigs gone. Yeah. The third wig. Number 3 is 3 wigs behind here. So it's 3 wigs on. There's 4 wigs actually. This is gonna be the 5th.
No, this is 4.
This is 4. Yeah, but this one on is 5. So I got 1 wig on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's pretty.
So this is the last wig. This is what, number 5?
6 technically.
6 technically. Kind of the one of mine. So it's 6 wigs. So then, yep. Let's get love. Let this go. Get up, come on, this go. Yes, we're gonna let this go. Money, that money, keep that pussy away.
Do you see how much effort they put into lighter skinned women, white women in their photo shoots? I mean, they lay out the red card. I mean, they get a huge budget. Why they seem to always drop the ball when it comes to brown skinned women? Am I the only one that is seeing this? Like, I cannot be the only one. I cannot be the only one. Cardi B had she had 5 lace fronts in her head. Or no. It was 6. 6 lace fronts in her head. 6. She had 6 lace fronts. How much money do you think that was for one photo shoot? And we're just speaking on hair. Why is it that when it comes to lighter skinned women, they have all of a sudden they have all of this money? You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like whenever I be trying to get sponsorships, and then the brands be coming back talking about, well, we don't have the budget for you, or our budget can only cover this amount. Excuse me? But then when I hit up my homegirl that happens to be white, she giving me the tea about how she getting paid a certain amount, but I can't because I'm black. Then let me take it a step further. Y'all know I'm lighter complected, correct? Okay, correct. So another thing that I noticed was I get paid more because of my lighter skin over a brown skin girl. We working for the same brand. How is it that we working for the same brand and she getting paid less than me? Now, okay, because this is how privilege is, and this is why I don't condone it, okay? I'm always going to speak out for what I feel is right. I don't care who. If it offend you, it offend you. That's on you. That's not on me. So if I'm okay with getting my little, amount, knowing that I'm getting paid more than the brown skin girl or the dark skinned woman, even though the white woman is getting paid the most, you think I'm gonna go for that? No. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm airing it all out. Susan, yeah, she's getting paid $1,000. Why am I getting paid only $500? And then why am I only getting paid $500? And my sis over here, Brianna, is only getting paid $250. $250? That's exact. So when I see these magazines, that's what Yoni is thinking about. I'm looking at the behind the scenes, and I know how some of these things work. And they always try to make it seem like they don't have the budget. Use a lie, because I'm not afraid to ask. I'm not afraid. What is there to hide? This is business. This is business. This is how business is conducted. You ask questions. So I want to know, why is Susan getting paid $1,000? I'm getting paid $500, and Brianna is only getting $250. That is ridiculous. Conversations like this need to be had. So many people want to make this about, I don't know. I don't even know what at this point, I don't even care. I see things how I see things, and I can't help but notice every time Cardi B has a little photo shoot, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's literally night and day. Now, I will say this. I will say this because I'm a very open, balanced person. Is it because Cardi is the type of person, it's either her way or the highway. But then I have to take it a step further. Is it because Cardi is the type to vocalize? But then let me even take it a step further. Is it because society gives her the space to be able to do that? Because you know what they do to us? Oh, don't be too black. Then all of a sudden you got attitude. You're ungrateful of this opportunity. But because Cardi B is lighter skinned, she can vocalize how she wants things done for her photo shoot. She can negotiate more. A bigger budget. Why? Because she's lighter skinned. So everyone wants to keep talking about, well, maybe it's because Cardi B can vocalize. Well, maybe it's because society gives her room to be able to do that. Because as soon as a black woman speaks out about some things that are wrong, where she's being done unjustly, right? All of a sudden she's angry, she's bitter, and she's not grateful. Do you see what I'm... Listen, it's literally this domino effect. And you know who's getting smacked in the face? It ain't even me. Yes, I'm a black woman, but it's not even me. Do you know who's getting smacked in the face? The brown-skinned woman, the dark-skinned woman. She's the one that's getting smacked in the face. The hardest. The hardest. And it's not right. So when I see Megan, Simone Biles, even Serena Williams, why do they do that? Like, I just want to know. I want to know. I really do. It's ridiculous. Like, y'all, it's so much bigger than what meets the eye. It's so much bigger than what meets the eye. And so many people want to focus on what meets the eye, and I'm not focusing on that. I'm focused. Listen, when you take a bird's eye view to life, you will start to understand how the world works. And when you start to learn how the world works, it's effed up. I mean, it's effed up. And then what are we doing? Fighting over what? Privilege, opportunities, things that we should have because we are human beings, people. We're not animals. We're human beings. Why are we fighting over something as simple as privilege? Rights. Human rights. And oh my God, I could go on and on and on because it's just ridiculous. It really is. It's really ridiculous. And we're just fighting. This is why you have trans women that come after us because they want what we have. They want the privilege. Do you blame them though? I mean, like, do you blame them? No, you don't. You know who you should blame? You know who you should blame. I know who to blame. I don't blame them. That my beef ain't with them. I know who my beef is with. I know who my beef is with. All the presidents that were slave masters. I know exactly who my beefs are with, and it's not with them. So I just I'm okay with my body, but my mom-in-law says I need to get lipo to look better with her. You see this is no. We are not like I just no. You know what? I want to know, how do you feel, sis? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? And you know what, sis? Your mother-in-law shouldn't even be talking to you like that. And you know what needs to happen? Your husband needs to step in and have a conversation with her. And it needs to go like, you don't need to be speaking to my wife like that. That's ridiculous. Why do some girlfriends start comparing / mentioning what they should have worn when we go out? I don't know. I don't know about that. They could be comparing themselves. I feel like they're comparing themselves, or they feel, and because they're comparing themselves, they feel insecure about what they wore out. So yeah, I think that's what it is. Girl, you're 2055, sis. You ain't missing out on nothing. It's a hot mess over here in the U.S. Don't let the commercials and don't let and then that's another thing. They always try to make it seem like this is the land of the free. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. This is the land of, if you abide by our rules, our laws, and you fall for the illusions that we feed you, you will be free. That's what it means. But you're not really free. You're not really free. The educational system here, the healthcare system, it's all to get you trapped. It's all to keep you trapped. Okay? You're not free. You owe. And you will owe to the day that you die, because that is how the system is set up here in the U.S. Free. Ain't nothing here free. Not even, no. You're not free. You're not. Hate to say it, but it's the truth. Why do you think I want to leave so bad? Girl, a UFO was found flying over Mexico. I'm like, them must be my people. They coming to get me. Because I know this ain't it. This is not it, honey. This is not it. I don't know what this is, but this is not where I'm from. So they need to come and get me. Yes, I seen it. I was like, a UFO was flying over Mexico. Oh, they're my people. They coming to get me because this is not it. Something wrong with these people. I'm just like, what? Oh my gosh. Don't get cancer. Don't get a illness that they say is incurable. Which, you know, that's a lie. You ain't free. And I hate, and it's just real. Come, I'm gonna need you to wake up. You're not. And it is what it is. But the more you understand this, then you can live life a certain type of way. First of all, you don't feel like you got to get out here and buy everything that they feed you, like all these holidays. It's just so they can make money. And why do you feel obligated? Why do you feel obligated to buy so much, to consume so much? It doesn't even make sense. It's just ridiculous. Hold on. Move accordingly, always. Wait, they're still able to get a ring and be seen as feminine. Yep, as feminine women. We not. You know what we get called? And then, this is another thing. Now, black men love to use the excuse, well, black women don't know how to be feminine. Well, if you give us the same spaces that you give white women and racially ambiguous women the space to be that, then we can be. But why we always got to be in our masculine energy defending, first of all, who we are, because we got stereotypes. Every day somebody trying to say I'm angry. What am I angry about? I ain't got nothing to be angry about. I'm happy. What is there to be angry about? So yeah, who wouldn't have an attitude if you're constantly being told you're something that you're not? You're not going to be happy about it. You're not going to be, oh, okay. Oh, well, they say I'm angry. No, I'm going off. Now I'm going to be what you need me to be, since you think I'm already that. I might as well fit the bill, huh? You know how many times I have to suppress my true natural emotions and reactions to things where I was done wrong. I was done wrong, but I have to suppress that. Black people all day, all we do is suppress. We suppress on the job. We suppress with our kids. We suppress when we in school. All we do is suppress. That's all we don't know nothing else. We don't know nothing else but how to suppress. Because we're trying to fight against stereotypes. Being racially profiled, racism, all type of stuff. So what do? We suppress our emotions because we don't want to fit the mold or the stereotype, the negative ones that they have created for us. So what do we do as black people? We suppress and suppress and suppress. And you know what that causes? Mental illness. Do you know why people in the black community, y'all got me out here talking too much. Listen, do you know why people in the black community walk around like they do, always upset and lashing out at people? You know why the crime rate in the black community is so high? It's because a lot of us are dealing with mental illnesses due to us suppressing our issues and emotions. That's all we know how to do. That's what our survival tactic is. And then, girl, talk about suppressing in the gym. Y'all, oh my gosh. Listen, all I know is black people here in the U.S., and now I have to say this because I have a larger following now. I need to acknowledge that. But here in the U.S., that's all we do is suppress all day. All day. And we've been doing it. And then it's generational. You want to know why? Because how we suppress it, it's taught to us. It's literally taught to us. That conversation, you got to work twice as hard. You know, if you don't work twice as hard, then you're not going to get the opportunity. Why? Because I don't have white privilege, so I have to work twice as hard, 3 times as hard as my white counterparts. So even though I'm talented, that's not enough. Even though I qualify for this position, it's still not enough. So it's like, what am I even going up against? And then how can I overcome something that only allows me to get to this level? I don't get it. When I go to my and then that's another thing. People don't even know the difference between a psychiatrist, a therapist. They don't even know the difference. Black people don't. Black people only know therapists. They don't even know what a psychiatrist is. There is a difference, people. The black community, everybody, I don't care who you, everybody needs therapy. Everybody needs to be evaluated mentally. Everybody. I don't care where you are, where you live. Everybody. Because living in this world where they hate anything black, it ain't even just your skin, sweetie. They don't like anything black. Anything black attached to it, they hate. And you have to live in this world. You need to seek some type of therapy, something. Because what you're dealing with, even though it's normal to you and it's all that you know, it's not normal, sweetie. It's not. It's not normal. And what you're going up against is something that's greater than what you can mentally handle. Even though you gonna try to handle it. But it's not something that you should try to handle on your own. You need some reinforcements behind what we're up against. Because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't care who you are. That's why I promote therapy. Get a psychiatrist. Like you need help. And it's okay. Because they did a number on us. I mean, they did a number on us as black people. It don't even matter where you are in the world. I feel like everywhere in the world, if you are a black person, you need therapy. You need therapy. Because colorism don't just exist in the U.S. It exists. It's worldwide, hun. It is worldwide. It exists in the Hispanic community. The Asian community. Even with the Indians. It exists. It's alive and well. I know why it's alive and well. I just can't tell you why. Some information I cannot speak on. But I know why. I know why they hate black everywhere. I know exactly why they hate black everywhere. If you really want to know, you should pick up your Bible, girl. It will tell you a lot. But I know why they don't like black. And they don't like ghetto names. And I also know why they don't like ghetto names. It ain't because ghetto names are ghetto names. Listen, them names been around for years. Starting with the Bible. Them names was in them Bibles. But they changed them to fit their world. So your name ain't ghetto, sweetie. It's just black. White women and white passing can still be seen as feminine women. Yep. Worth of love, even after being aggressive. Yes, we see it all the time, you guys. Aggressive and masculine, and it's not fair. We see it all the time with Karens. We see it all the time with Karens. And it makes me so upset. Because it's just like, they can literally be the aggressor. But because I'm black, I'm automatically the aggressor. It don't matter what gender you are. All you have to be is black. That's it. Let me see. And this is another thing, you guys. And I know y'all probably not gonna like this, but this is why I go so hard when it comes to these magazines. How they put us on these magazines, it matters. Because how Karen is put on these magazines is why Karen is Karen. How we are put on the magazines is why we are what we are within society. That's why I go so hard. It's not because I'm nitpicking at every little thing to be a bully or a mean girl. But it matters. That's why Karen can be Karen and be the aggressor. Because every magazine that you see, that you pick up of a white woman, she's feminine, soft. And she's seen as delicate. So, yes, I'm going to call it out every time. And y'all just gonna have to be mad at me. It's okay. I can handle it. You just gonna have to be mad at me. No, they needed to get it right the first time. Not the second, not the third, and not the fourth. I said the first time. Because, you know, they only want to give us one opportunity. It's not like they want to give us that many opportunities. So when we do get that one, you better get it right, and you better get it right all the way right. But you know what? The reason why they can't get it right is because they don't want to hire black people. They don't want to hire a black photographer. Because you know why? They don't want to pay us. They don't want to pay us. You know why they don't want to pay us? Because that money then goes to the black community. And when that goes to the black community, we create communities like Black Wall Street, the one that they burned down. Do you see what I'm saying here? But y'all want to focus on Megan. Girl, I don't care about, I care about her. I want her to be okay, and you know, but I'm not looking at Megan. I'm looking at the domino effect, and the domino effect is that they used Megan, and they used her intentionally for the stereotype that they love to push. And that's what I have an issue with. Why in the hell would you hire a photographer that's for the LGBT plus Q community? That has been known. He has a history. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay? Because everyone plays a part in this society. But he didn't need to play his part with Megan Thee Stallion. She's not trans. She's a woman. So, and the reason why I say this is because if you look at his work, I was studying his work as an artistic person myself, right? I'm studying his work and I'm like, okay, so I see how he can make men feminine. He can get shots of men being feminine. But when it comes to women, because he's all into the LGBT plus Q community, he photoshops women to be more masculine. Why would they hire a photographer like that? Out of all the black ones that are available, that's the best y'all could do? Yes, I always see how they do it. Listen, I spoke about Michelle Obama and how when she was in office, this is why Michelle carries herself the way that she does. So many people be like, oh, Michelle always be dressed to the nine. Do you know why? Do you know why our mothers would teach us how to dress and why it was so important as us as black people to dress a certain way? I get it now. At first, I'm like, why do I have to follow all these imaginary rules and da-da-da-da-da? It's because if you don't, we feed into the stereotypes that they want us to fall into, which is a trap. They want us to be seen that way. They want us to fall into the trap. And so that's why the older generation would teach us not to. It wasn't, and this is the thing, as black people, our liberation looks different. We can't be out here locking arms with other people until they really get rid of racism. When you start to join arms with all these other groups, it don't really benefit you wholeheartedly because you are a black person and you still have to deal with things that they don't deal with. And then you still have to deal with things that they won't change. It's completely different. Say, oh, we have to deal with these things, but they're willing to change them. Then at that point, okay, our liberation can be mutual, right? But not if they're not willing to change it. And I don't think black people understand that. They think our liberation is with all these other groups, and it's really not, because you black. That's all they see. They don't see nothing else but your skin, your hair texture. That's all they see. So, you could try to go buy a house and they give you a hard time just to purchase a house because why? You black. So where's your liberation in that? Your friends can go out and get a house and they're not going to get a hard time. But you will, because you're black. So black people need to understand this whole locking arms and being liberated with them, it doesn't make any sense because racism still exists and it's still alive and well and it's breathing. And we still deal with it every day. Another thing, black people love to be comfortable with the type of racism that you feel but you cannot see. And I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that because you're comfortable with racism as long as it's not smacking you in the face. And I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not, because it limits us. It limits us as people. It limits us. It keeps us here when we could be here. And so that's why I don't like it. Yes, it's tolerable. Yeah, you can deal with it, right? You've been dealing with it, right? But it's not right. That's all I want to say, you guys. I've already been on here for an hour. Let me say this live, but I had to get this off my chest. Just understand this. I'm not a part of any movement, no group. I'm independent. I'm all about self-love. And hopefully you guys are taking on this journey of self-love and spirituality. I'm out, okay? Y'all have a beautiful day. Beautiful.